Shut up, McCoy.
And welcome back, everyone, to the bucket lists. We're back in the red light district, where nothing bad happens at all. No replicants have been killed in the making of this video. Yeah, it has been quite some time, but no, we left it just as peachy as it was the last time we were here.
Damn.
Like, as soon as you had said we left it just as PG as before, the subtitle came up saying damn.
That's true. Because famously, nothing says red light district like PG.
Okay, I will say you may need to catch me up a little bit with this.
Yeah, sure. So we the last time we were in this alley, that kind of like really shit comedian started taunting us.
Yeah, and then someone shot Bruce Wayne's parents.
Yes, we shot him the first time, and then we got a game over from that because it turned out he wasn't the replicant. So now we've arrested him for being a sympathizer. So now we can take the plot from there. There's the club that on the opposite side of the street there is still worth investigating because it's a VIP area there that we haven't got to yet, but we will get there momentarily. So I'm just doing my rounds here to see if there's any other plot points that I've missed along the way. Like I've said in the last few times, like it's very easy to lose segments of the plot here if you just kind of miss your cue as an investigator. So it's quite brutal in that sense. I think I'm going back to Animoid Row here because we noticed some CCTV footage of our police chief floating around here with a few suspects. So we are starting to think that our superior is being suspicious.
Buzzards. What they know? I could take
Cheese
a
and
sample of that
stew.
stew you're cooking back to the lab and have it tested.
Why you pick on Mama Isabella? I never do you no harm.
Where'd you get it?
My sister, she got connections.
Where can I find her?
She back in Jamaica, man. Far away from here. She send me cheese once, maybe twice a month.
If I remember right, there's only 3 cities now, right?
Funny thing you asking about.
Kind of like everyone's kind of like kind of compressed into like population centers.
Okay, so Jamaica ended up being one of the huge population centers. Weird.
Well, no, it's more the case where, like, you know, whatever. Think of it like, say if you have a country like, let's take Ireland for example. Ireland in this universe would only have Dublin, Cork, and Galway, and then everything else is kind of a desolate wasteland. So imagine like all the population now. You know, even like when I'm talking about Dublin, I'm talking about like Dublin city centre, like Dublin 1 and Dublin 2. Put 4 million people in Dublin 1 and 2, and that's how compressed this area here is in Los Angeles. Likewise with Cork, put everyone in Cork, put everyone in Munster essentially in Cork City, and that's how compressed that is. And then everything else is desolate. So you have like any other parts of the world that essentially getting like caught up in nuclear annihilation wouldn't say okay, but there just wouldn't be anything there. There's no economy, there's no trading, there's no commodities there. So like
again, you've described West Cork.
I really have just described the Midlands there. I told you I fully accept that. But again, imagine that with just more floating cars, and essentially you've got that, you know. But even like even the point there was being made about the woman running the Jamaican kitchen there, like she's making a killing because she's using real food, real cheese, which is apparently contraband. And it's only contraband because like it's a finite resource. It's like don't use this for cooking purposes. Like it is like there's nothing to consume it with, you know.
The last time we were playing were the jokes going around of everything being way too expensive in America, that like a pack of eggs was considered bougie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
it's nice to know that things have calmed down since then. That now that joke is woefully out of place, and now they're just fighting in the streets for any fucking reason, let alone debates.
Instead, California gave right here.
Yeah, tell me about it. But again, it is quite absurd that whenever you do watch like a dystopian cyberpunk movie,
Yes,
and they're
I'm
always
looking for
made in
JF
like the
Sebastian.
that's
80s
me.
and 90s. Oh, we
McCoy
found them.
LPD.
Nice.
You had a break-in?
Jesus.
I
How
don't think
did
I
you
called
find him?
anyone.
It's like dark.
I
I'm
was
just a
already
swinging
here.
light.
I was chasing one of the perpetrators.
Well, everything's all right now.
He's in the
I'm pretty
doorway
sure
here,
I
so we
can
can't
handle
actually see him.
You may think you can, but believe me, you can't.
Yeah, you watch like
Verify checked
dystopian
out.
American,
If you
what
insist.
the world, what the terrible future could be if we don't watch ourselves, and some
I
people
don't think
look at
they
that as
took
being,
anything. I don't really have anything
fucking
here of any
guidebook.
value.
You work
Yeah,
for Tyrell
but
Corporation?
it's even like
Yes, sir.
like
I'm one of the principal
taking kind of the
design
more the kind of
engineers for Dr.
Orwellian note in
Terrell.
a sense, where like
He's a very
everything
nice
is you
man.
do is tracked, everything you do is monitored,
You know,
and if
he even
you
fronted
go
me the
against
money
the
to buy
state,
this
you're
building. It's a
quietly
landmark,
pushed
you know.
away. You know, it's like
You
that's
really should see the
sounds
front
quite
edifice.
familiar
They
and stuff
put
like
some
this. Well, even
amazing
with Blade
detail
Runner
into
here,
it.
like
You feeling all
like
right?
they're obviously
Oh, sure.
replicants are kind of
I'm
an
fine.
allegory for
You wouldn't
you
be
know
hiding
whatever
anybody,
kind of
would
like
you?
social injustice you
sure.
want to go with there.
There's nobody here but me and my friends.
I don't know.
But it's the
Next
fact that,
thing
like-
you're going to tell me that
What
the X-Men
friends?
was about civil rights or something like that.
I mean, the clues in the name, James.
Evening, General.
Again, I know that people will get lonely in the future,
I make
but I
friends.
wouldn't want a small Napoleon
He
to
almost looks
like
real.
welcome me
He's
every
plenty real
every
enough
few
for me.
hours. I think that would
And
actually
real
get to
good
me quicker.
company, too.
Look, I gotta check the premises again. Maybe they left something behind.
Well, if you want to take a look, go on ahead. I can't stop you. But please be careful in my lab.
You got it.
So yeah, this
You know
guy
the
James
design
Sebastian is in the
subcons
original
down on the
movie as
row,
well.
Miraggio and
He
Chu?
features more at the end of the
heard of
movie
them, but
where
I've never seen
Deckard
them.
is chasing
I don't go in for the
chasing Roy up
parties
to
and
his
stuff.
eventual
I never
demise.
go down to the road.
But he's
You ever work with a
he is
Dr.
one of the
Eisenhower?
various kind of
We're
like
in different fields.
kind of
I'm
scientists
in
nerds
basic
that the Tyrell
biogenetic
Corporation
design, and
used
he works on the practical
to make their
application of
replicants. So he
off-world
is their
physics.
kind of
He
yeah,
seems to be
you
a
just
very
said it
nice
there.
man.
Who happens to be dead.
Dead?
He was murdered, probably by a replicant.
But replicants aren't allowed on Terra.
But they're here, nonetheless. And who do you think they'll start looking for next? How well
So
do
yeah,
you
so
know
again,
Dr.
Sebastian
Tyrell?
is another one of those kind
Oh, I'm
of
not
proverbial
sure
targets
anyone
for
really
replicants.
goes
They're
there.
replicants are
But I can tell
very
you
much
this,
like
he's a
decided
great
en masse
man
to destroy
and a
their
brilliant
creators.
genetic designer.
So they start picking them off one by one. Some
Dr.
in this
Terrell
game and then
I
some
play
in the
chess
movie.
every week. I've only beaten him once.
You're in the middle of a game right now?
Uh-huh. You play?
I don't have the patience for chess.
You play with Dr. Terrell, you learn something new every time.
Like
Such
he's a
as-
cheating bastard, for
Every
instance.
single move must be taken very seriously. Otherwise, you've lost before you've even begun.
What do you think the deal was with Runciter and the twins?
Deal? I don't think I understand.
Runciter was paying the twins for something. I saw the cash hidden inside a statue.
How would I know?
Come on, Sebastian. I heard you on the machine. You guys are buddies, right?
There were rumors that the twins were selling some of the animal prototypes to him.
You think that?
Yeah,
had
this
something to do
is
with
also
their
still
being
plot to
fired?
the Runciter
Dr. Terrell
incident as
doesn't
well.
like
We
anyone
found out
going
that
around
some of the
behind his
animals
back.
that he was supposedly
So,
keeping
Tyrell would
were actually
really be
fakes all
pissed if
along,
he knew
but just really,
Lutheran
really good
lands were
fakes.
helping renegade replicants.
You're a Blade Runner, aren't you?
Bingo.
But you said you were here about the burglary.
The guys who broke in might be replicants.
What in the world would a replicant want from me?
You worked
Oh,
on
I
the
give you
Nexus
one
6
fucking
series,
guess.
didn't you?
Just a little bit.
Would
You're
you
gonna
say
fucking
that
die,
the
man.
Sixers are smarter than the old 4s and 5s?
They're supposed to be. Stronger and more agile, too.
So maybe they want to learn more about themselves.
That now seems
Maybe
suspicious.
they want to pick your brain
Mhm.
about their brains.
I think you should leave now, Mr. McCoy.
Got the straight scoop for me, or what?
I think you should leave now, Mr. McCoy.
Little bit rude.
He's pleading the fifth. He's he ain't saying anything until he is accompanied by his miniature animatronic lawyer.
Oh god, no. That's unsettling.
All of it is unsettling, isn't it? Like it's like again, I don't know like why
I
how
couldn't tell
anyone
who was
could
winning,
live
and I didn't much care.
in a room
Chess
where
was a
all
little
these just
slow for
animatronic
me.
puppets are flying around. Like it's someone who has like it's like if someone had a fetish for like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. We don't kink shame here, folks, but that's not
We
my...
don't kink shame, but we do judge.
Oh, we're very judgy as a group. We're just total snobs, like, you know. Just saying.
That's why I'd be fair the other parish.
So you can take your 6 sexual fantasies over there. Then in that case, KC, this is a this is a wholesome channel full of wholesome people with definitely no dubious content whatsoever.
Jesus Christ, what the oh no, that's
Is
just...
our is our best performing video still the one from the Indian Sex Fests?
Oh God, yeah, Jesus, I'm not like that's. I think it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take them some beating to get to 8 million views. I think.
Wait, the room is at 8 million views. What? No,
Yeah.
Christ, I'm a cracker.
To be fair, I haven't checked in a while. It could very well have topped that. Oh, it has actually. It's just got. It's about to go 10 million in a few weeks.
What the holy fuck?
I don't know, man.
Ooh,
People just like
ooh.
watching our riff of the room, I suppose.
Was that corpse there? Or
No, it's just something in the silhouette there, but yeah, like again, these kind of things where like this could possibly have had a replicant once upon a time if one of the ones were ticked to be true, um, but again, like it could be because like we've like one of the cases is not active for us, so therefore there's nothing here for us to look at. But in fairness, Sebastian was actually quite helpful there and giving us a few kind of plot threads mainly to do with the twins, which were other kind of bio designers that the replicants are looking for.
It wasn't a rep and it wasn't human, and it still gave me the willies.
Because we know that the replicants are looking for the twins, and the twins are currently on the run. And I don't think I mentioned before that the twins have a bit of an issue when it comes to running. So you'll see that momentarily. Like I will say, it's got the Irish weather down fairly well, doesn't it? Like it's almost perpetually raining. It's muggy. It's shite. It's like everyone's worst fucking commute, but it's every day.
Jesus. Yep.
Like
To make it worse, the rain only stops when you get into your vehicle.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like whenever you're finally finished for the day, like it's like, oh, now it stops raining.
McCoy,
Bullshit.
88F.
88. Thank you.
There's a doggy.
Hello.
The doggy's still here.
Who's the best dog in the whole world?
Tina
Here you go, baby.
is.
Dinner time.
Plot twist: the dog's a replicant.
Just starts like transforming like a fucking Autobot. So, who's a good boy now?
Oh,
I can call on it.
Digivolve from good boy to the
Portrait
best
of the
boy.
sleep-deprived.
Exactly, yeah. They've gone for a little sleep.
Oh,
Another retirement in the 4th sector today as a Blade Runner shot an alleged replicant in the middle of a crowded street. Lieutenant Edison Gusa, supervisor of the LPD's Rep DTEC unit, had this to say.
It was a good, clean takedown. The public should thank us for retiring these skin jobs before they get into any real trouble. You want to get that thing out of my face?
Yeah, we've heard about this one before. This is referring to Deckard's takedown of the stripper in the
I was
movie.
angry with my friend. I told my wrath. My wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told my wrath. My wrath.
So remind me, is this slightly before the movie or
Race
slightly
reset.
after the movie?
Slightly,
No
it's kind of it's kind of in parallel actually. Like it's not quite clear, but there are some time skips in the game. Like it's not like now I say time skips. It's like the space of a day or something, you know. So it's not as if we're skipping a week or anything like that.
Yeah.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
More of a case of I would say based on how this game ends, it's like I think the game kind of starts almost before the movie, but then like the actual middle of the game is longer time frame wise than the movie itself. So
Yeah.
then, so then like the event of the movie would overtake then this game, if you like. But yeah, certainly a good percentage of certainly it's the second act is happening as Harrison Ford is having his jolly around town as well. Because like I said, they draw reference to the stuff in that movie a good bit while we're doing our job. So
do me a favor, don't talk about Harrison Ford's jollies.
Look, you can't be scared of the future, James. You know.
I'm like you're talking about like current Harrison Ford's jollies.
I was referring to 1980s Harrison Ford, where he's got the overcoat and the sad fucking glum face that he realizes that his job is inherently racist.
Whoop, whoop. Send the police.
I mean, not to say that the world would be a better place if we had hover cars, but could you fucking imagine the lack of traffic on the quays? Like,
could you imagine the amount of crashes though?
Oh god, yeah. I mean, Jesus,
we can't even drive in this country when it rains.
Oh my god, I've never seen such a panicked level of driving when there's like a light drizzle.
Early's waiting on me.
Sod off. You've got no appointment and you've got no warrant.
Not the talkative type.
So, I mentioned before that we were having trouble getting to this VIP area. So here's the solution, right? So you can see there that the bouncer is annoyed by us. So what we have to do is we have to basically badger him, look like we're hassling the dancer on stage. And what he'll do then is kind of float around to where we are, and then if we just leg it into the VIP section, we make it in here.
Try this at home, kids.
Yes, it always works.
What's your name?
Especially in coppers.
What's your name?
Okay, I'm actually showing my age here. Coppers can't still be open.
It is.
Unfortunately, as many things do, James, it insists upon itself.
But the vintners were complaining that everyone is doing shit now.
Yeah.
I was hoping that would include Coppers.
On tap tonight.
Come on, James, you know Coppers is still open. I mean, the All-Ireland season's starting soon. Like, how else are country people going to get their game,
Recently, real old elite stuff.
Game, that's what we're calling it now. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, would you prefer if I said make it the panel? Like, I don't know what other euphemisms you want me to take there, Go inter-county? What more do you want me to say? Like,
You give this
go
stuff
for a
to
45?
girlfriend early?
That just sounds sinister, really.
That's stupid. I was letting one of my dancers use the stuff in her act. Kind of a tribute to the ancient swamplands, you know what I mean?
Which dancer?
Heck, give it. She's going on, you see. She's one of my biggest earners, too. She ain't in any trouble now, is she?
Not yet.
So this is Early, the owner of this bar. So we're asking him about the dragonfly
Hey, Early.
the dragonfly we found in one of the crime scenes. So he says the dragonfly belongs to one of his dancers, which is conveniently going to be up now shortly. So
What's your pleasure, sir?
The highest octane.
One Venus eye trap coming up.
The highest octane. Number 8.
So anytime I'm looking back at these kind of old games, I'm wondering how much would people have been up in arms at the time. Like, I can remember Vice City being, the raunchiest thing that the groups were there were parent groups up in arms about. So, like, and this one dancing around there, would she have raised any eyebrows back in the day?
It's hard to say actually, because this, again, there was a point where video games didn't have an age rating because it was just such a new field and was so kind of almost age specific that adults and you know, kind of like governors and all this sort of stuff, they wouldn't have known what to do with them because they just like it just wasn't in their field of view, you know.
Yeah.